of Family Experience, where we look and see what the Bible has to say about the virtue that we've been looking at all month. Now, I'm usually in here with you guys, and all those all-star kids are back there, and there's a different storyteller doing that, but they kind of let me do this today, so I'm kind of a new kid on the block when it comes to the storytelling here, but I'll give it a shot the best I can. But here's what we do. Before I get into the Bible story and an example of our virtue, we got to know what it is, and we've been looking at it. Our virtue is initiative, seeing what needs to be done and doing it. So everybody say that with me. Initiative, seeing what needs to be done and doing it. Very good. And before I go into showing an example of initiative in the Bible, I'm going to need some volunteers. So I want to get a parent volunteer. Maybe, let's see, who would be
Me, Jerry. Oh, sorry.
Initiative. I was going to get a volunteer like maybe that guy, or maybe that guy right over there or something. I was going to get one of the parents.
No. Look at them. Really? Y'all don't want to be me. I mean, no, don't come. They are no good at this. I know that.
But you don't even know what we're doing. So
I know what I'm hoping we're doing. I mean, I'm hoping that I'm fixing to get me a candy bar because I'm going to show some initiative and I'm going to do what I need to do to get me a Reese cup.
Now, so you come all out here for a candy bar?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
That's not being a very good example for everyone here, you know it?
Are you new here, Jerry, into the All-Star program? You are new. Because you would know that I am the bad example in All-Stars. And I am the bad example because I show people what not to do when they learn the new virtue. That's what I do.
So far, you're doing a very good job of that, all right? All right, we'll let you do this, but I tell you, there's going to be some parents out there that are mighty upset that they didn't get out here and get to do this with me on stage.
You are new here. You are new here if you think that.
All right, well, here's what I want to do. Before we get our Bible story, do this. I have some pictures I want you to see, okay?
Pictures?
And I want you to tell me what's the first thing that kind of just, boom, pops out at you on these pictures. No help from the audience. No help from the audience.
Don't help me out on the Reese cup.
Yeah.
There's a candy bar steak, I know it.
There is a prize.
There's a prize.
All right, here's our first picture right here. What do you notice? I mean,
I know that ain't my room. There ain't no empty candy bar candy wrapper in there. There's not one there. There's no candy bar inside.
You see a picture like that, and what you sense or see is that there's no candy bar in the room?
That's what I see. No candy bar.
Alrighty then. All right, I got another one. Maybe you can get this one. There.
Ooh, that is a good sign for me.
Yep.
It's a good sign because there's no empty Reese cup wrapper hanging out that trash can. No, that's good.
What is it with you and this imaginary candy bar?
Imaginary, really? Oh, not in my mind.
All right, I got one last picture.
What you got? Show me what you got. This is going to be an easy one, I feel it. Oh, a little guy reckon. Have you ever stepped on the brake before, like when you walk and step boom like that? You ever stepped on one of those?
No, but I think you may have.
I have. Y'all can see, I got a scar up again. Okay, I'll show y'all.
But let's go on to something else.
What are we going to do?
We're going on to Nehemiah.
Nehemiah?
Yep.
Is that a candy bar?
No, it's not a candy bar. It is a book of the Bible. It's a real guy. He was from Jerusalem, lived way over in Persia, and he was a servant for the king Artaxerxes.
Artaxerxes?
Yes.
Well, if he was from Jerusalem, then why is he way over there? I mean, a long way.
Well, see, what happened was an army came and attacked Jerusalem and took a lot of the people that lived in there back as servants in their own land. One of those guys was Nehemiah. He was a servant for the king Artaxerxes. He was the cupbearer, which meant he brought the cup to the king and sipped it first to make sure there wasn't something wrong with it, and then he handed it to the king.
He could be bringing me up a Reese cup. Yeah,
well, let me tell you his story. One day, Nehemiah heard that the city had been, Jerusalem had just been destroyed. I mean, the walls of Jerusalem had been broken down, the gates had been burned. The city, when you didn't have walls or gates in the city at that time, it was not a safe place to live at all. And so the people there, it was a very dangerous place. The city couldn't thrive, and the people there had lost all hope. You know what they did?
They thanked him for taking him away from all that, maybe?
No, that's not what he did. What he did was this. Nehemiah chapter 1 verse 4 says, "When I heard these things, I sat down and wept. For some days I mourned and fasted and prayed before the God of heaven." That's what Nehemiah did. He sat down and he prayed and he asked God that God would give him an opportunity to do something about it, because you know what the thing he did is he saw what needed to be done. When he heard about all this, he saw something needs to be done here, which is the first step of initiative. And so he came back and he prayed, God, help me. I see what needs to be done now. I want to do something about it. I want to figure out how we can rebuild the wall and rebuild the gates and make the place a city where it can thrive again and be a place of hope and the nation can get stronger.
Okay, wait now. I got to get this, Jerry. You telling me? Nehemiah, he went from all this way because he heard about it.
Yep.
He thought about it. He said, I'm going to go all the way this long way away because he was the servant. People he was serving was the ones hurting everybody.
That's exactly right. You see, what he did was he saw what needed to be done. Now, what needed to be done was the walls need to be rebuilt and the gates need to be rehung and big old gates. And so what he did is he saw what needed to be done. And the first step for him, because it was such a big task, was to pray and ask that God would help him do something about it. He took initiative. One of the greatest examples of initiative. He didn't sit there and go, oh, I guess it's somebody else's job to build that wall. Oh, I guess somebody else needs to go do that. That's not initiative. Initiative is seeing what needs to be done. And then his first step, he saw what he done. And his first step then was to do something about it, which is he turned around and he prayed that God would give him an opportunity to do something.
That's awesome.
I want to give you something to help you with initiative.
Stand by!
Not so fast.
Go!
I want to give you a pair of these.
Glasses?
Oh, no. These aren't just glasses. Didn't you see Mr. Clay come out and talk about?
No. I was back there with a donut and a candy bar. I'm looking, I'm eating.
All right. These are initiative vision visors. Say that with me.
Initiative vision visors.
All right, that's exactly what they are. And when you put them on,
you
get to see what needs to be done. The first step of initiative.
Okay.
So here's your very own pair.
I know I'm gonna look good.
Oh yeah, you will.
Holy moly, these people coming up in my area.
Oh yeah.
They 3D the whole world.
Yes,
3D. I'm feeling it, Terry.
Oh yeah.
I think it might work for me. I don't know.
You look like Data on Star Trek too. But all right. Now what I want you to do.
I don't see no Reese up in here.
Music up in here. All right. What I want to do now is I want to look back at the pictures that you saw earlier, and now since you got the glasses on, see if you can see what needs to be done.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing that them clothes need to be picked up.
Oh yeah.
Young and do that.
You got it.
Why don't we make the bed up?
Yep. So Mama's saying the same thing. All right.
I can see it.
All right. Here's another picture. See.
Trash can.
Yep.
Woo! Somebody need to take the trash out.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. You're getting it. Here's our last one.
Where's that candy bar now?
This last one.
Last one. That yard needs to be right.
Yeah.
Jerry.
Yeah.
I recognize that van out there.
Really?
I think that's on my street, Jerry.
Really?
I can go right there yard for them today.
Woo!
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go do it. I gotta go.
But I do have a candy bar for you.
I'm like a superhero. I can't be stopped. Woo! I'm going. I see it. Save my bar.
All right.
Don't give it to other people out there.
Well, there goes our superhero, yes. She finally saw what needed to be done, and now she's going to go do something about it.